People Talking Sports Season 2, we're back.
I know, man.
I can't believe it.
Me neither.
A lot of network notes out of the gate.
Oh,
They told me that they'd like to see me dress better. I see you didn't get that note, but that's okay.
I mean, you look like a Russian gangster.
I do.
Yeah.
You look like you operate a Turkish bathhouse.
And I'd be happy to operate it.
A lot of good stuff going on here. I mean, I just got back from North Carolina.
Okay.
Did a weekend full of gigs there. Went to the state fair.
Oh, really?
A lot of people, not a lot of teeth at that fair.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
A lot of good dentist opportunities in North Carolina. Get out there. I went to the state fair though. It's everything you want out of a state fair.
Okay.
Everyone looks very Southern.
Okay.
It's like if you came to New York and everyone was Woody Allen.
Yeah. All right.
And you'd be like, this is satisfying.
Yeah.
But do we have footage? I played a game at the fair. Do we have footage of that?
Cool.
Here I go.
Look at you. Look at those arms.
Gun show, baby. Look how rigged that is. That's rigged.
Yeah, dude, it's a carnival game in North Carolina. You want it to be like MSG.
Yeah.
That's like a very New York attitude to have. To go to like a state fair in the South and be like, none of this is right. And there's no seltzer here whatsoever.
There was no seltzer.
Yeah, see? That's like a thing for you.
A lot of sweetened iced tea.
Yeah, man.
A lot of buckets. Well, we got all this news is happening. Earl Watson gets fired from the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I know.
More on this later. Of course, we got to touch on Eric Bledsoe tweets, I don't want to be here.
Right.
Yeah, and he claims that he was at a hair salon.
Yeah.
Which the GM is not buying.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a hair salon would have a better starting five than Phoenix right now. We have a great show tonight. We have Jordan Schultz from Yahoo Sports is here. Very excited to have him. We have Hassan Johnson, Wee-Bey from The Wire, everyone's favorite show.
So cool. Yeah.
Yeah, The Wire, man.
Yeah.
Every annoying white guy at a party ever. Have you not seen The Wire? I was volunteering in Puerto Rico. Sorry. They're like, you should have been on HBO Go instead of helping people. We're here with Hassan Johnson from The Wire and a bunch of other stuff.
Yes,
But
right.
The Wire, you can't shake The Wire. It's like
Nah,
the
I
biggest
can't.
show.
I know, man. Like we were saying off camera, like, it was like we didn't have a clue what was going on when we were shooting. Like, we were just worried about, do you have an early call time tomorrow? I want to go knock one back at the power plant tonight.
Wow.
I just want to go knock one.
Oh, my
Go
God.
give me a nice cold one real fast. I got to be on set at like 1 p.m.
And I like that you check the most blinged out watch while talking about the power plant. The power plant are long days behind.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
Your Homer Simpson days are way behind you.
Like a can of Duff beer, right?
That's wild. So you don't know you're making, I mean, The Wire to me is like the all-time, like we talk about super teams in the NBA now.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Wire
right.
is like a super team of
Wow.
characters.
I didn't even think about it like
Because how many characters are like...
I talk about it all the time now, maybe 20 to 30, like 2 dozen or so principal characters, and how do you keep up with it, right? And then if for some reason, David Simon and them, they were able to pull that off and keep you, like right before you would miss or wonder where or what happened to so-and-so, and it came right back for you, and it was just amazing.
And you're friends with Michael K. Williams.
Yeah,
right?
that's one of the big bros.
Who played Omar on the show.
Come
you guys-
on, classical guy.
Do people
I was at the barbershop the other day, and they were watching that one episode where he came and hit one of Avon's stashes, and I'm like, look at this guy in this 80-something degree weather in this trench coat, and everybody's clearing his way like the Red Sea, and it's like, oh man. And you believed it though.
Yeah.
It was believable.
Yeah, he dressed like Keanu in The Matrix.
Exactly,
but,
Keanu.
It's the most intimidating thing ever. Yeah, one of the all-time great. So many great characters in that show.
Yeah.
Other than you or Omar, who's your favorite character on The Wire?
It's got to be between Bubs and McNulty.
Yeah. So, you're a big Knicks fan. We actually have something for you.
Uh-oh.
Because you're a Staten Island guy. We got a
yeah,
Ronaldo
man.
Balkman.
Oh, that's Staten Island, Mike. You hear that? I got your cousin's jersey. Get out of here, Sam. All right.
This is the
Wrap
happiest
that one
anyone
up.
has ever been to receive a Ronaldo Balkman jersey.
Here, put this one in the mantle.
I love Ronaldo Balkman, man.
Nah, he's a
I
good
was
dude.
definitely, I overrate Knicks. So I remember when we had like Balkman and Marbury, I'm like, dude, it's
I
like
know, right?
it's like the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Balkman's gonna be sheed.
Hey, wishful thinking. That was wishful thinking.
Are you hyped about the team this year?
I am a little bit. I mean, you know, I'm a Beasley fan from Kansas State. I loved him then, that energy he had and what he brought. And, you know, who knows? Maybe he could get stimulated a little. And then I always call the youngster Big Dog Porzingis, P-A-W, Big Dog Porzingis.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we gotta get that one to catch on. We're gonna get that one to catch on. Porzingis, Big Dog. So, you know, there's a couple of flaws. If Coach could run it with them guys, it could be effective. I was kind of impressed a little bit. Maybe it was that second, third quarter in Detroit game.
Yeah.
You know, they were looking good out there. Canna, big man in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got some faith, man. I have some faith in him.
Porzingis looks like he's ready for the next step. Like he looks unbelievable.
Definite, yeah.
They need some help in the backcourt, but he's definitely
some help. But you know, he's ready for it. I think, you know, they could dial it up, and yeah, we'll be okay, man. We'll be okay. Could be okay.
This is a realistic sports show.
Yeah. By the way.
Who are your favorite teams other than the Knicks to watch?
Oh, favorite? Well, I know one that I said that was going to be one now because I hated it. I lived in L.A. for 6-7 years. Couldn't stand the Lakers. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I go to my friends' houses and, you know, I'm trying to just come by with a six-pack and watch the game, and I got to go through all this Kobe rhetoric and, you know, it's whatever and whatever. So, but I'm back kind of enthused with Lonzo.
He's great.
Because he's a tricky one. He did it in college. He did it in preseason. The first game, he was terrible. He got the little jitters out, and then he comes back like RoboCop 360 degree on you and dropped 29 on Bledsoe and then everybody, and it's like, now I don't want to be here, and you're getting sent home before a shoot-around, and see, you know, so I want to see if he could shake up ruffle a couple more feathers. So Lakers besides us on my list.
How about OKC? Are you kind of excited to see what they have because they have Carmelo now?
Of course. And what did he drop that first game? 22 points.
Yeah.
That was nice. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, he got a breath of fresh air. You know, I always loved Carmelo. I told him at the end of the season, thanks for your services. You know.
So you're a big Giants fan as well.
Yeah, definitely. Mark Bavaro Giants, like, you know, that rumble and tumble. Yeah, you know.
It's been a tough year.
Cracking thigh bones and, you know, LT and Joe Thigh, you know, so.
I get mad. People were trashing Eli. Like there was this article saying he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks, and I get angry by that.
Saying that.
Because it's like you
don't
don't call a guy who's won 2 Super Bowls overrated.
Faster than his brother did it, who's the arguably best quarterback ever around or that did it, right?
Right.
So you did it in less time. You got 2 in less time than he did.
Yeah.
That's not by mistake. That's not a fluke. You know, so I say, yeah, you got to leave Eli alone, but then he does just get on your nerves sometimes.
Can you tell me about your new show coming out?
Oh, City Inside the City. It takes place in Washington Heights, so it's like, you know, we're taking it back to like the crack epidemic in Washington Heights and how it kind of impacted the city and the rest of the boroughs, because that's kind of a story that's been less seen, less heard. So I think we do a good job in like kind of magnify certain nuances that back in the day and during like the crime and the drug era that people didn't know took place in New York, you know, from the big blackout all the way up to like through the 90s. And then now it's like, you know, the Dominicans were kind of the breadwinners, so to speak, on the drug side of things, and then it kind of trickled down to, I think, Mexicans now. Hence, Narcos, for all the Narco fans. I just finished that.
We got more coming up with Hassan right after this. We're back on People Talking Sports. What a panel we have today. First off, he did time for Avon Barksdale, and they keep moving our time on this network, which means we're a smash hit, I think. Hassan Johnson is here. Also, we have from Yahoo Sports, Jordan Schultz.
Hello.
Yeah. Shabbat Shalom.
Words I haven't said since my bar mitzvah.
It had a very Jewish feel to it. Hello. I'm Dr. Moskowitz.
Have you met my friend Ira?
I have extra kippahs in the back.
And of course, Anthony DeVito.
Thanks. Big intro for me. Thanks.
Eric Bledsoe wants out of Phoenix. I mean, this is a big story. He tweeted, "I don't want to be here," which is the same thing I tweeted when I played stand-up Scottsdale. Rough club. Rough time. Where's he going?
Yeah, this is a terrible situation because you have a Phoenix team that is a dumpster fire, and
Sure.
the timing was atrocious when they fire Earl on the heels of him tweeting in a hair salon that I don't want to be here. I talked to Earl yesterday. I've known him a long time. This is bigger than the coach. It's bigger than personnel. It goes all the way up to the top to an owner in Robert Sarver who is he's pretty bad. I would say that respectfully. And I think also with Phoenix, it's like they had expectations, delusions that they were going to win some games this year, and they're just not there yet.
No, they're
Man.
not. I didn't realize that the Earl Watson firing was going to send a ripple like this through the franchise.
Well, when you're
They're
down
acting like this
58
was-
points on opening night,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
you know it's bad.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a terrible situation. Now he's being coveted by Milwaukee,
Sure.
Clippers, Cavs. A lot of teams like him. He's a good player.
Oh, yeah.
But he's making a lot of money,
Yeah.
and so you're going to have to they want picks back, and a lot of teams don't want to give up picks.
But did this come on the cusp of the Lonzo smacking?
Oh, yeah.
Is this
You did allude to that.
Pre,
Yeah, that
pre
was-
or post Lonzo smacking?
That was post.
You
Yeah, it was
know.
also post.
Because like he doesn't get the Patrick Beverly bragging rights, like
That's true.
right after.
That's true.
Like
Right.
the piggyback,
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. Hassan. I was thinking, opening night, all this stuff about Lonzo, Pat Beverly eats him up, right?
Yeah.
And then LeVar comes on. I know we're going to hit on that, but I couldn't help. I want to ask you, when LeVar came on and said, he's never going to lose again or he's going to be the MVP, can we just realize that LeVar, he's just trying to create noise? Like, he doesn't actually believe what he's saying.
Totally, and we're going to cover that later.
We're in the midst of the World Series, and we're going to be talking about LeVar Ball. That's how entertained we are by him.
Every show.
You got it, champ.
I like. Oh yeah,
No, go ahead, please.
No. I liked Bledsoe saying the thing about the hair salon because Boogie Cousins said it after the 2016 draft that he. What did he say when he was like, "Oh Lord, give me strength," and then he claimed he was doing hot yoga. But Boogie Cousins has lost weight since then, so it's kind of a cover. Bledsoe's gonna have to get so many haircuts after this for people to be like, yeah, maybe it's true. Like I don't know,
Well, how do you guys feel about Bledsoe basically asking for a trade via Twitter? I mean, I don't want to be here is like something you say at the mall when you're a 13-year-old girl. That's not what you say. It's what you say when you don't want to go to Hot Topic, not when you're playing for the Phoenix Suns,
Yeah. Bledsoe shows up with goth makeup and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if Eric's happy.
Chandler Parsons gets booed in the home opener in Memphis, and he says, "Don't boo me, I'm a human being." I said the same thing at Raleigh this weekend when I was doing my shows. It got pretty hostile on the late one. He said, "It makes no sense." It does make some sense. He got $94 million.
Yeah.
This comes with the territory,
And
right?
last year, he underachieved.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah,
really
sure.
bad last year.
So only human beings average 6 points a game on a $94 million contract. Oh, all right. I thought you had to be an alien or something. All right, now we're talking.
Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know, man. You got that Max Steel, buy yourself a pair of noise-canceling headphones, drown out the booze.
You can turn it into a
Stop it.
sponsorship,
Yes.
Little Bose, Beats,
Bose right
whatever,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really is underachieving. And you know what doesn't help him is that all throughout the summer he was like on Instagram with these like hot models.
Right.
And it's like, so you're and also like, all right, so he's good looking, he's got a six-pack, he's always posting shirtless
Sure.
pictures. Not playing was the only thing I had in common with him. That was what I liked about him.
right?
Yeah, man.
And now he's playing and he's not looking good.
No, man. I'll never feel bad for a 6'8" guy named Chandler with a thin goatee and a design haircut.
right.
Ever.
Who dates models?
Who dates models?
And
yeah.
gets $100 million.
Yeah. I
$100 million.
mean,
He was a second-round pick.
Yeah.
Maybe he's overachieving, now he's
That's,
underachieving.
yeah.
That's what
At what
happens.
point is he just achieving?
checks and balances.
You know, it's like underwhelming, overwhelming. Are you ever whelming? You know, it's like, that's my joke of the day, but
Nah, Jordan, I'm on board.
No, it was more of an existential question.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, no, but you're right, though. I mean, these guys like Rashard Lewis is another example of that, where he was a second round pick,
right.
kind of overachieved. And then people were like, well, what happened? And it's like, we gave you a lot of great years in Orlando, you know, some in Seattle.
Yeah, he went to the finals.
Same could be said about Gilbert Arenas, you know, second round pick.
Yeah, excellent
That's
point.
a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. The show's not all about laughs, it's about keen observations, guys.
Have you ever had a brush with greatness with a celebrity or athlete?
Ron 2K.
Derek Jeter on many occasions.
Ah, DJ! Did he ever give you a gift basket?
Jeffrey Holder.
I'm not familiar with Jeffrey Holder. What did he do?
He was a dancer.
He just shared a elevator with Robert Redford.
A lot of people say I look like Robert Redford. All right, what do you think of my dance moves?
Not too bad.
Kind of hot, right?
Well, I don't know about hot.
Mark Cuban walking down the street.
She met the entire U.S. women's basketball team before they went to Brazil. I met Redman, the rapper.
I saw The Undertaker come to the Garden one time.
Never seen anybody the whole time we're out here.
You're on TV right now. I mean, I'm a TV star. We have a lot of viewers.
That show list, brushes with greatness. You were just telling us Al Pacino?
Yeah, over at, was it Sunset and Gower Studios in L.A.? He just wanted to finish his salad, though. It's a little standout. You know, I didn't expect to see Al. I'm just, you know, over in the meeting, and then I think Jonah Hill just kind of fell off his skateboard at that time, so I'm kind of still in awe at that, like, because it was like, it didn't happen with Jonah, and then I turn around, and then it was just, you know, Al Pacino, but he was giggling, and that's how we connected, but he wanted to just finish his salad when I wanted a picture.
So you guys
that was my brush.
Wow. Sorry. So you guys connected off of Jonah Hill
Yes,
falling on a
that's a
skateboard.
true story.
That's crazy.
That's a true story, Jonah, you know it.
Dwayne Wade, willing to come off the bench for Cleveland. You know, it's a pretty cool move, I think, on his part. You know, even though that GM must have gotten into a coma in 2011, he's like, I want Derrick Rose, I want Dwayne Wade, and he's like, oh my God, Chris Bosh is a free agent?
Oh, wow.
Pick him up. Between Rose and Wade, I think Roseanne Barr has better ankles.
I was like, well, like 1.5 legs for Wade, like, you know. Like, get down to half a tank, I'm good. Come off the bench.
What do you guys make of this move? I mean, it's probably better for the team that JR starts to spread the floor, right?
Yeah, I think with Cleveland, they, you know, realistically, are they going to beat Golden State in a long series? The only way for me it would happen is if Golden State had a big injury.
Right.
I don't see them beating them 4 times out of 7. You know, last year they go down 3-0 and they get a game, and it felt like that should have been a sweep. This Golden State team, I think, is going to be better. So the thing with Wade is he's 35. He's a career 27% three-point shooter.
Right.
They have brought in 2 guards, and Wade and Rose, neither one of whom really make threes. So bringing JR in makes sense, but JR is a wild card too. You know, he'll be great and then awful. You know, he's hit or miss. I think Cleveland's roster is really flawed in the backcourt because it's like, you know, Shump, who we love, he's former Knick, but he's limited. Wade, Rose, you know, Korver, who was awful in the playoffs.
Right.
They just don't have enough in terms of playmakers other than LeBron.
Yeah, now you got, you know, Jeff Green and
Jeff Green. I'll give you $1 if you tell me where he went to college.
oh, North Carolina State.
No.
I
I was like, oh, good one.
I do like that he's such a hype man for his kid. I do kind of, because it's irrational, but it is entertaining.
It's
I'm entertained
entertaining,
by it.
man.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for, you know, a really clever quote from my man over here, Hassan. But I'll give you my LeVar take. Because, you know, you were in L.A., you like Lonzo. I was hoping you'd give us some.
Well, I mean, listen, I think it's a ploy. I think it's a good cop, bad cop thing. LeVar gets to act out, and then Lonzo gets to, like, you know, vicariously shut his dad up.
Don't we feel like
I'm not. He's tuning him out more than we are.
Right.
I think
I
Lonzo's
think so,
tuning his
definitely.
dad out more than we are, and I think that's what's working for him. It's just, you know, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna shut my dad up. Then you guys are gonna love and hate him all over again until he says something out of pocket. Then I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna drop another 30 points and another 40, and it's just gonna gradually build his stock.
The sense I get is that players around the league are taking notice, and it's not just annoying anymore, but it's disrespectful. And forget all that. Even put all that aside, it's a motivating factor for other guys to go at him. Even last year, talking to guys when he was at UCLA, saying, "I cannot wait for him to get in the league because I just want to shut up LeVar." and at some point, you have to wonder: A, will LeVar tone it down? And then B, are guys going to just take so much solace in the fact that they can go after Lonzo, just like Pat Beverly did on opening night?
Right, that's the thing. Even like, you got John Wall upcoming with the Wizards, and it's like, I just feel bad for Lonzo. It's like either like all this is going to make him the greatest basketball player in the world, or one of the hardest 30 for 30s to watch.
We're back on People Talking Sports. We're going to talk about who you think is going to have a breakout year this year. An obvious one and a sleeper. For me, my obvious one is Porzingis. That's my guy. Yeah. I love KP. He's already looking. First 2 games, 32-point average. I mean, he's looking like he's going to carry the load, and he's looking like he can really do it. And that sounded dirty, but it wasn't. It was and then D'Angelo Russell is my low-key one, because he now, with unfortunate injury of Jeremy Lin, he's going to have to do a lot, and he looks legit. He looks like he just needed to get out of that situation, and he looks great in Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, Well, the thing about him too is he kind of gets freed up now. In LA, it was really starting to get toxic. Whether it was his teammates, whether it was Luke Walton. Now he's got a coach in Kenny Atkinson whose whole thing is player development, and he's going to be allowed to make mistakes. I don't think he ever really got that opportunity in LA. So I like D'Angelo Russell this year too, and he'll play 35, 40 minutes a game. I would go back to another rookie in Dennis Smith Jr. in Dallas. He's kind of been under the radar. He got hurt, but he was a guy that I thought was kind of a Russell Westbrook 2.0 coming in. 6'1", not 6'4", but that downhill guard that can just get buckets.
Is it weird that I'm rooting against him because we passed up on him as a Knicks?
Well, you passed up on him for a good player who's a couple of years away.
It's going to take him a while.
I think Frank's going to be great.
I think he's going to be a defensive stopper.
But he's 19.
You got to work to that, to understand that concept. You got to get there. I mean, the obvious big dog Porzingis, P-A-W. P-A-W. But obviously him, and then I'm gonna keep it home team, and I'm gonna go. It's a tie between I'm telling you, Gomi or Canna. Okay. They got some finesse about them that I like down there, in the paint, and they could get some buckets, and with some strength, with like the nice touch. I think we'll be all right with them. That's this tie for them on the low-key status for me.
Canner can really score. Like, he's got great moves, great footwork.
Yes, he does.
And kind of overshadowed in OKC. So he now gets an opportunity to really, he's a double-double guy.
There you go. So I'm looking forward to it.
And I hope Willie gets some more minutes, because I really like his game. And I think he will. I think it's like, sometimes when a coach does this to a guy who's young, and they make you earn your spot, it can be a motivator, and I think maybe it'll make him a better defender. I hope he rises to the challenge.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Blake Griffin. I think
he's been great.
Yeah, he's been great.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, he seems like a different player this year, and it's his team now, and I think he's at least so far really come through in that aspect. I do feel bad, my man. Milos Theodosic is out. He looks like he could be my dad.
He does.
I know. So
I think he's younger than you.
He is. Yeah. But he's one of my favorite players to watch play. He's so fun to watch. But and then my sleeper, Blake Bortles. I'm going with Blake. I think mid-season acquisition.
Blake on Blake.
This has been a lot of fun. Thanks so much, Jordan. Thank you, Hassan. People Talking Sports.
Thanks, man.
Go Knicks.